Okay, this is part 2 for project 7. I'm going to jump in with step 5 here. In step 5, what we want to do is we want to create a column in these tables for profit. We want to be able to calculate that. One of the nice features in Excel is that you can just go to the next column and type in that heading. I'm hitting my tab button, and notice it just carries that table over another place, another column. So same thing here, tab, same thing here. You could probably just copy your initial and paste it as well. So that's there. Now we do need to go ahead and turn off that filter button. I think because I did select specifically those cells. We don't want that filter button on those rows either. So I'm going to click on that cell and go to the table tools and, oh, it's gone. There it goes, okay. I'm clicking it back on and clicking it off again. Hopefully that won't mess anything up. Previous time I did that, I don't think I had that problem. So okay, so I've got my profit columns added, and now what I want to do, going back to step 5, is I want to put a formula in D11 that's going to use cell references to subtract the expense amount in cell C11 from the revenue amount in cell B11. So be careful that you pay attention to the wording there. We're subtracting C11 from B11. Mathematically speaking, that translates to B11 minus C11, not the other way around. And then we're going to copy that formula into some other spots. So I'm going to go click on cell D11. I'm going to type in here because I think it's easier for y'all to see. And I'm not using a function. I'm just going to type equals, open parentheses, and I want to put in B11 minus C11. Close my parentheses, hit enter, return, and notice that it goes ahead and fills everything in there. What I noticed last time, I did this a couple of different ways. I'm just going to copy that one cell, and I'm going to paste it down here in D17, and it's going to bring everything on down, including the formatting with that comma. Paste. So there I go. I've got all of my profits calculated now. So that's pretty easy. Long looking step, but it's pretty easy to do. All right, let me go on. I'm just going to get as many of these steps in here as I can. Now we want to do the profit. We want to display the profit based on each type of ad. So we're going to go over to G10 right here, and we're going to create a formula that uses a sum function. We want to total the print profit values. So we want to take the profit from print ads in New York and Chicago and Los Angeles, and we want to add them together and have that total be in that cell. So we're going to hit equals sum, open parentheses. Let me type it up here again because it'll be easier to see. And then it actually tells me what cells I want to total. So that's not too bad. So I'm going to do D11, comma, D17. Remember those commas are super important. And D23. Close my parentheses, hit enter, and it takes those values and totals them up in that value, or in that cell rather. And then what we want to do is fill that range with that formula so that all of these remaining things get. So I'm going to fill only down to web. I don't want to actually put that in total, the total cell there. I just want to fill through web so that we're getting the different things. Because I just use a regular cell reference, I didn't use an absolute cell reference, it goes ahead and just advances. So since I said, oh, I'm doing print in this one, it advanced down one row for each city to get the sums for those other ones. Okay, so we also want to display the total profit for the 4 types of ads. So this is what we're going to do in this cell right here in G14. So we're going to create another sum function, so another formula using the sum function. So sum, And what we want to do is, in this case, I don't really want to list all of these cells. I'm going to do a range. So I'm going to highlight those 4 cells. Notice it inserts a range. I'm going to close my parentheses, hit enter, and it will sum that for me. So I just went ahead and did my range there. You could have typed that range in as well. If I click on this, I could have typed in G10 colon G13 and it would have done the same thing. So that's pretty easy. So I'm just going to keep going here since these are shorter steps. We want to include a bar chart. So we want to create a clustered bar chart. And that is going to be based on the data in ranges F9 through G13. So that is this information here, F9 through G13, not the totals. So we want that right there. And so we want to do a clustered range, and then we're going to move that, a clustered bar chart from that range, and then we're going to move it and resize it. So I'm going to go to Insert. I'm going to look at my charts. So this is about trying to find the type of chart you want to use. You can search under recommended charts, see if it gives you anything. It gives you clustered column. Let's make sure that we find something that really matches what it says though, because what it says is it wants a clustered bar chart. So we don't want the clustered column, we want this one down here, clustered bar. And it goes ahead and inserts that for us. So it's based on that data. It's got our types of ads. It's got the profits. We can visually see which type of ad had the greatest impact or had the greatest profit. And now we're going to move that to the appropriate location according to what we said. So it's supposed to cover range A27 through G42. So I am going to make my window a little bit larger here so it's a little easier to work with. I'm going to move my chart first. The way I like to do this is I like to park it right in that cell A27 and then just go ahead and adjust as necessary to match the bottom where the bottom corner should be. So G42, make that sort of line up there. There we go. All right, so that makes it so I've got my bar chart covering A27 through G42. So now it's in the location that I would like. Now I'm going to do some modifications to my bar chart. So we are going to make it stand out by formatting the bars by applying the colored fill dark red accent 1 shape style and the offset bottom shape effect from the outer section of the shadow gallery. So we want to format these bars. And so one of the first things that we want to do is we want to apply the colored fill dark red accent 1 shape style. So what I just did, and you probably didn't see it pop up, is I actually clicked to get formats. I wanted this. I really wanted to get this area to pop up. And that makes it a little easier for me because I can just go ahead and read. So rather than having to kind of go through the chart design stuff up there, I can just go ahead and read the edits that I want to make. So I want to do colored fill, dark red, accent 1, shape style. Actually, I might need to go up here. Oop, I don't know what I just did there. I meant to just hover over it, and then I made that hard. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to do colored fill. Dark red accent 1. Make sure that I read that correctly. Color fill, shape style, and the offset bottom shape effect from the outer section of the shadow gallery. Okay, so I've got my color. Now what I'm going to do is go here. I'm going to go shadow. And what I want to do is do my offsets. Make sure I choose the right thing. So what I did is I'm still formatting my data series, and I'm going to my presets. At least that's where it's showing for me. And let me make sure that I'm choosing the correct thing. Offset bottom shape effect from the outer section of the shadow gallery. So I want to go presets. I want to look at outer. So we've got outer, we've got inner shadows. So I want to do the bottom, offset bottom, like that. And notice that what that does is it gives our bars a little bit of a shadow. This makes it a little bit more eye-catching. Okay, so we did that bottom shape effect from the outer section of the shadow gallery. Cool. Okay, so I'm not quite sure how much time this video is running out, so it may cut me off at some point, but I'm going to keep going